Hello, fellow collectors. I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art. Coming to you today with this just in. Yeah, whatever. All right, so this is all stuff I just got in. I'm doing kind of an art drop right now because I'm not doing dealers tomorrow. So it's Tuesday, famous for the doing dealers of comic book art preview, but I'm not doing dealers this week. So I'm going to show you some stuff I just got in. And what I really like about this is I can show the complete diversity of Anthony's comic book art, because I'm going to carry material which other people don't even know what the hell it is. So let's start at kind of the bottom of the rung. I have about 5,000 things up like this. This is like illustration stuff, and you know, this looks like it's supposed to be like turn of the century Manhattan, you know, upper class people, but this is an 11 by like 12 by 16 illustration, you know, for a magazine. And I mean, it's cool, you know, it's like, you know, if it's decorative, if you like that kind of term. Now, other kind of toys, I'm going to go a little faster. So this is the 1966 Captain America game board from the Captain America game. Now, I love stuff like this because well, you know, it loses a little bit in translation because they usually didn't use like Marvel bullpen guys. It went to the, you know, the Milton Bradley or whatever, whichever game. But this does say Marvel Comics Group, so maybe they produced it themselves, but it doesn't look like bullpen guys. They used like the game guys, you know? So it does lose a little bit in translation that way, but it's just decorative. You could frame that and put that on your wall. You know, it's just fun. All right, so now this is a Dark Phoenix done by a Duval Stowers. But look at that. I'm not familiar with the artist, but it's a nice piece. Nice big color piece. So, talking about the diversity, we have that some unknown commission artist to look at this. This is an Art Adams splash from Gen 13, Eminem, and OB. So Gen 13 and Monkey Man and O'Brien crossover. It's got Sharon on it. That is going to be written up and available as we speak. And then speaking of Deadpool Wolverine, look at that. Look at that. Oh, this one goes that way too. That is like an all-action splash by Deadpool artist Scott Koblish. It's got the original tape on the back and $850. All screaming. The note is all screaming. They gotta all be screaming. So, fun thing about Wolverine and Deadpool, we went to Mad Max last night, and they did a trailer, and they did turn your phone off. So if you go to the movies and see that, I'm not gonna talk about it too much, spoiler alert, but that was the best part of going to the movies last night, because I didn't really like Mad Max. That got me more excited than anything. You're seeing Marvel superheroes on the big screen, Wolverine and Deadpool. All right. Especially since I have a bunch of Deadpool stuff. Okay, now these two pieces are by underground artist C.P. Wilson. I gotta figure out what they are, but it looks like some sort of, that almost looks like Bruce Lee as Kato, and then some crazy things attacking army men, and And then here's a Godzilla monster splash. And then a cracked. How to tell if you're a born loser. If you started a garden because you thought you had a green thumb, but it was gangrene. Okay. If, when it comes to dogs, next to your shoe, a fire hydrant is second choice. Okay. If the only way you and your mate can make ends meet is by doing the bump. It's got Sharon on it. Okay. All right. How to tell if you're a born loser? You're going to buy this. Now, again, I carry production stuff. Like I was talking about those DC books yesterday. This stuff came from the Marvel offices. This is the stats to Tales to Astonish 75. Look at that. So these are Marvel stats with corrections. Look at that. So this was part of the printing process in Astonish. I mean, that's mid-60s. 12 center, that's for sure. I mean, Hulk is like... Oh, it's a Jack Kirby layout book. Yeah, so that's cool. It got the whole story to this. I'm gonna put this one up. And I want to show one other thing today. Well, the Stanisi splash is really cool. John Stanisi, Batman and Robin. I got to figure out whether that's published or not too. It says Stanisi 11. So you have underground artists, you have monster art, you have humor art, you have Batman, X-Men, Captain America, Hulk, Art Adams, you know, super hot A-list artist. Now this I found in the Snyder Vault. This looks like a, look at that, a proposition or a pitch book. It talks about, you know, these are the characters, and I believe that this is Alex Toth animation art. You know, these are Alex Toth. That definitely is Alex Toth. You know, I would go with that. This looks a little weird for Alex Toth, a little too cartoony. Believe it or not, like this face, I don't know. But that, look, it's me and Sharon. Aw. Anyway, so this is a book talking about the characters and what they are. The time of the underwear characters, superheroes, is upon us. We see ample evidence of this on TV. Broadway musicals, pop art, paraphernalia, to say nothing of the increased interest in comic books. The tongue-in-cheek, the spoof, is becoming an integral part of this trend. The time is right for an archetypal non-hero. We believe that ideal underwear character is... So this is a book that was put together by guys to pitch a job to get sold to an animation company. One last thing for today. Graphics, National Periodical Publications, DC. And this came from Joe Kubert's office. So you have all these like tear sheet pages of DC war books, and then intentions. Another pitch thing. Look at that. That's all Joe Kubert handwriting. So that's cool. And then I got to put this down to show it properly. Oh no, my Slurpee cups. News from DC. Alan Moore on writing comics. More stories. Agreement. By signing this agreement in the city of Los Angeles, county of Los Angeles, state of California, on the date shown below. So it's a contract. And then some, you know, this mail to Mr. Joe Kubert. Might be fan mail, might be business mail to Mr. Joe Kubert. So being in this area, you know, I get exposed and have the opportunity to buy a lot of this kind of production stuff because all the guys lived around here. And I'm interested in it because it's historical in the topic of comic books. And if you're into comic books, like if you're into Joe Kubert and you want to look into the mind of Joe Kubert, here's a big fat file, you know, of his mind. Never mind you. Okay. So that's production type stuff of the Joe Kubert office. This is Marvel production art from Stats, from Astonish from the 60s. You know, that kind of stuff. This one is a Neil Adams color guide. So that's color art, and then they put the black and white, overlay. And then we have some other stuff, but I'll talk about those another time. So this is the kind of stuff that we're gonna have available for you on Anthony's Comic Book Art and on eBay. And look for us do another eBay live show Thursday. Rich is working on that to load that up. We're gonna load new stuff on eBay. If you're on eBay and you know, probably don't follow me if you're on the eBay. We have like 13,000 followers on eBay, so that goes out to those customers there. And yeah, that's the fun stuff we have to offer you today on from Anthony's Comic Book Art. So keep calm, keep collecting, and we will see you in the chat.